Nexon has been an immense success for the Tata brand. It's one of their largest selling SUVs, and it's been even more successful in EV form, where it is one of the largest selling EV SUVs in the country. So obviously when Tata gives the Nexon EV a facelift, it's a big deal, and we are here in Pune to drive it. Now you must be thinking, I'm here to drive and what am I doing inside? Well, the weather gods have not been kind. It's been pouring non-stop, so I have no option but to stand next to this parked Nexon EV to give you more details about it. How does it look? What are the technical refinements? Has Tata added more features into it? We'll tell you all about it today. While the basic structure of the Nexon EV remains the same, it does get visual upgrades on the outside and inside. On the outside, you get a brand new face. You get this full width daytime running lamps. The headlamps are very nicely integrated here. You also get this aluminum finished bonnet. I think the design update to the Nexon has been quite good, both in ICE and in EV form. And I think it cuts a really modern look and looks good. You get new wheels on the side, you also get different badging, you get EV badging here, you get dual tone, you get new color options. Interestingly, using the EV battery inside the Nexon, you can also power small devices like this coffee maker here. You can also charge other EVs. So it has that vehicle-to-vehicle charging function, and vehicle-to-appliances also can be done. On the design changes, you also get new LED tail lamps, and I think overall, while the Nexon was already a good design, the new updates really make it look very, very sharp. And I think the designers have done a really good job with it. How's it inside? How's it to drive? Well, let's get into the car and find out. The Nexon EV is a big deal for Tata Motors. It is their largest selling EV product, and when they are facelifting the Nexon, obviously the EV has been one of the focus areas for them. But let's talk about the mechanicals. How do I feel when I sit inside the updated Nexon EV? Well, the first thing that really grabs your eye is this big 12.3-inch touchscreen that you see here, supplied by Harman. It's also fitted with a fancy JBL sound system that also has a subwoofer built in. How's the sound quality? I'll come to that. You also get another big display right in front of you. That's the instrument cluster. Very nice graphics. You can customize it. You can even get a 3D map. If you're running Apple Maps on your phone via CarPlay, you get that transmitted straight in front of you in the instrument cluster. Very cool, very futuristic. You also get what Tata calls Arcade.ev. It's an application, it's an ecosystem much like the iOS App Store or the Android App Store. This is an ecosystem that Tata is developing for its EVs. It gives you you can use it to download YouTube or JioSaavn or those music apps, and there'll be future apps. So right now they have about 15 applications, but Tata says because the Nexon EV now has OT updates, over-the-air updates, they will keep adding more applications. They will keep updating the existing applications to newer versions, better versions. All in all, there's a very digital touch to the Nexon, which I think a lot of new customers will really enjoy. And I have to say, the whole interface, whether it's the big screen here or the instrument cluster or the switches, everything works seamlessly. Obviously, a lot of thought has gone into designing all this, and it shows. The rest of the interior, well, other than some trim changes, remains largely the same. You do get an electronic parking brake now with an auto hold function, which is a really good thing if you're stuck in urban traffic. That really helps you out. You get your driving modes, you get this new gear selector. You also get paddle shifters on the Nexon EV now, which lets you change the level of recharging you want from 1 to 3. And on L3, it's actually good enough that you can use it as a single pedal car. You can only use the accelerator because the minute you put your foot off, the recharging kicks in and it slows down. So you really don't need to use the brakes as such. Interesting thing, the range graphic here changes according to the mode that you're driving in. If you're driving in city, it's going to give you a balanced amount of range. If you drive it in eco, it increases It basically forecasts how much you can drive, and in sport, obviously, it's the lowest. But I found sport to be the best driving mode to be in. The throttle response is really crisp. It's fun to drive. The instant torque 251 Nm that the system produces and 142 bhp really helps you when you're driving around. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this two-spoke steering though. I think it looks a little off to me. Uh, Maybe a conventional design could be better. I don't know. The opinion is out on this one. What about the mechanical improvements to the Nexon EV? Well, you get a new Gen 2 motor which is more efficient, it's lighter, and it uses 30% less rare metal than the earlier motor. You also get increased range. So on the long range version that we are driving, you get 465 kilometers of claimed range. You also get a medium range version which is about 325 kilometers. How much of the 465 do I think you'll get? I think, realistically speaking, I always find these figures to be about 30 to 40% over optimistic. So I would say you can expect between 250 to 300 kilometers on a Nexon EV long range on a single charge. How does it drive? Well, it picks up speed really well. It's quick. It's sufficient enough for highway. In the new variant, in the facelift, the performance has gone up. So 0 to 100 comes up in just 8.9 seconds. The top speed has gone up to 150 kilometers an hour. And real world driving, I'll be very honest, getting up to 3-digit speeds is very easy. It's very simple, and the car feels really comfortable at that speed. Suspension's also quite well set up, but if you hit really sharp bumps, you do feel that the Nexon has a bit of weight compared to its traditional ICE variants. I'm also not a big fan of the steering. The EPS feels a little dead, and I think it could be slightly better. It could have a little more feel. One more thing that I don't really like about the Nexon too much, well, you don't get any cubby holes here. Yes, you get a wireless charger here. You get climate control. You get a 360-degree camera. You turn on the indicator, it automatically in the main display shows you what's, if you turn on the right, what's on your right in your blind spots. So all of that is there, but I would like a couple more cubby holes. That would be nice. Even the door pockets are quite small. You wouldn't be able to fit a bottle of water here. So I think that's a bit of a miss as far as this goes. We don't know the pricing yet. The pricing comes out on the 14th of September. But overall, driving it, seeing the performance, seeing the range, seeing the technology additions that Tata has made to it, they've done a lot of work. I think it's a really good upgrade to what the Nexon used to be. It's still one of the most popular EVs in the country, if not the most popular. And I think all of the additions to the Nexon really do enhance the product as a whole. What the pricing will be? Well, overall, everything will be decided by that. But I think this is a fantastic upgrade, and Tata has done a really good job of bringing the Nexon EV up to the mark. In fact, I would say it's better than a lot of cars that are sold in India, especially when it comes to the technology integration. That's been done brilliantly.